Hello, what's up everybody? I hope your day is going wonderfully. Today we're going to talk about foam rollers. Do you like to foam roll? Do you like to do muscle release, myofascial release work after a hard workout or a hard hike or some other kind of activity? It can feel so good to just kind of unwind and roll out tight hips or a tight back. But there's like so much that we can do with foam rollers. I absolutely love foam rollers. They're an absolute go-to staple for my own workouts and with my clients, and it's one of the kind of top things I like to suggest that folks have at home. And so actually today I'm going to be talking specifically about a few different brands, a few different options, things to look at if you're looking into buying a foam roller or maybe a second one. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of screen sharing, which I'll be learning to see if I can do that in the middle of the live. We'll see how that works. And yeah, thanks for joining me. My name is Linnea. I am the owner and founder of Limber Arts, Pilates and personal training here in Olympia. And also I offer a lot of virtual services worldwide. So you can find me online and you can find me locally here in Olympia, Washington. Let's dive in today to specifically the value of foam rolling for folks with nagging old injuries, chronic back pain. You might just find that you're not recovering as quickly from bumps and bruises as you maybe once did, and looking for something that's going to help you kind of keep your muscles limber and mobile and stretched out so that you can keep playing hard or just kind of keep up with your activities. So foam rolling is a great thing for that. And so there's a couple things that I like to suggest when it comes to looking for a foam roller. And the main one really across the board that I really like to suggest that people start with is the ability to have a full length one, which means it's going to be 36 inches. You want a 36-inch long foam roller. And that's pretty long compared to what you might find just at your average store or online. A lot of people end up buying the ones that are kind of shorter, which is valuable if you're just trying to roll out some tight hips and things like that. But it doesn't have nearly the same amount of versatility as a full-length foam roller. So number one, I really like a full-length foam roller. The versatility that you get from that is really twofold. You can do a lot more mobility work. So not only can you kind of roll out your hips, roll out your calves, roll out your shoulders and your back, but you can also lay on it lengthwise. So you literally lay your whole spine on the roller, and it's incredible for kind of that stiff, achy back that we tend to have with long hours on a computer. It's great for posture, and it's great for also core strength. So an absolute hallmark of Pilates, especially Pilates that you can do at home, is going to include a lot of exercises where you lay lengthwise on the foam roller. It's fabulous for your posture, and you can do, like a lot of dead bugs. Dead bug, if you know that exercise or not, it's a pretty common exercise, but a lot of people don't know it, is kind of a classic core strengthening exercise. And doing the dead bug exercise on a foam roller it's just like the best of both worlds. So that's one thing to consider. As I'm kind of talking, I'm looking around to see if I can switch from being live with you guys here and then sharing my screen, and apparently I'm just not that tech savvy, or it's not possible to switch in the middle. So comment below if you know how to switch to a screen share while you're live on Facebook. I don't know if I can. So maybe I'll just add a few of the links below, or let me know if you're interested to actually see specifically the brands that I suggest. So the other thing that I really like about a full-length roller, and specifically, I'll show you the ones that I use. So this is just like an Amazon brand. You can see how long it is. That is really long, but it's also quite firm and dense. And what I like about that is that it allows you to have a little more stability and structure if you want to do some more strengthening exercises. So there's a whole slew of strengthening exercises that you can do on a foam roller, not just rolling out tight muscles. And this reminds me, this is a fun story that I'll share with you guys for a moment. I had a client coming in, we were doing a lot of release work on the foam roller, just kind of stretching out tight muscles. And I mentioned to her that I was thinking about doing an entire hour-long class called Roll and Release, right? So I love that class. It's been taught many different places. And she kind of chuckled because she couldn't imagine doing an entire hour-long class where you would just kind of like roll around on the foam roller. Because I think she was just imagining like just rolling out your hips for 5 minutes, right? And there is an entire repertoire of stuff that you can do on a foam roller. You can do strengthening, you can do mobility work, you can do a combination of both. And so that was just kind of interesting to see her be like, what? You could do all those things with a foam roller? Like it just blew her mind that there was like even the possibility to do something more than just like roll out your tight muscles for a minute or two. Okay, so, and that's really going to depend on the density of the foam roller. Now, with that said, there's a number of other foam rollers that are going to be a little bit squishier. So if you're somebody that tends to have just like a little bit of sensitivity, right? Especially sometimes this is important to consider with osteoporosis or osteopenia. Actually, the density of the foam, like this is really dense, like it's not squishy. And for some folks with kind of sensitive joints or sensitive bones, it can just be too firm. So there's a number of other brands that I really like that create different levels of density in their foam rollers, so you can kind of find your own roller that's the right amount of squishiness for you. And that's also when it can be really nice to have one that's a bit more firm and one that's really soft or something like that. So those are, the density of the foam is definitely something to look into. Now, there's a lot of foam rollers out there that have gotten very popular, at least I see them for sale all the time around, that have like tons of spikes and they're super firm and hard. And you know, I don't have anything against it. Like if you're loving that and you have a foam roller that's like got all these big bumps or spikes on it, then that's great. It's just a little bit of a one-trick pony because it's going to be so firm and so intense that you're probably only going to want to use it to roll out a few areas of your body, and then that's all you're probably going to ever do with it, right? Because it's not going to have that same kind of versatility. So that is another reason why I like these solid, firm foam rollers, because they're dense enough that they really do give you that kind of deeper tissue release work, but they're not so insanely intense that they like make it hard to breathe. Okay. And then the last thing I want to throw out there for you guys thinking about foam rollers is like a foam roller is a decently, like it's a little bit bulky. You wouldn't want to take it on an airplane, but you know, if you're taking a road trip, if you're going to the Airbnb for the weekend, it's an easy enough thing that you can throw into your bag. And obviously, if you might not want like this full length one, if that's what you're looking for. And I've seen, I don't actually have one of these, but I've seen they make like a water bottle that's actually a foam roller as well, which I think is just an absolutely genius invention, because you're probably going to bring your water bottle with you to the gym or the yoga class or whatever the case may be. And then you have your foam roller there to like do a little bit of release work before class starts or whatever the case may be. So if you're the kind of person that likes to really use a foam roller just to get a few minutes of mobility work in when you're on the go or anything like that, then you might also really enjoy looking up this water bottle that doubles as a foam roller. You know, so, or if you are on the go a lot and know that you mostly just want to use it for some quick mobility work, then getting one of those smaller, shorter foam rollers can also be a really great idea. So there you have it. Those are my key takeaways. I think everyone would benefit from a long, full-length foam roller that you can lay down on, especially if you work at a computer, right? Because it's so hard on our spine, it's so hard on our back. And it's so relaxing and nourishing and restorative to just be able to lay lengthwise on a foam roller, even if you don't do anything else other than just kind of like lay there and relax for a minute. So yeah, those are my suggestions. Comment below. I'd love to know what you have at home for a foam roller, or if you don't have a foam roller at home, are you thinking about getting one? What is your favorite version of a foam roller? Do you have more than one? I want to know all about it. So thanks everyone for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.